Hey, beautiful soul. I am V Divine, and today I want to have a heart to heart with you. I know this message is meant for someone specific, and if you are watching, you might be dealing with something heavy right now. Maybe it's your boss, maybe you're feeling stressed, anxious, or even belittled because of how your boss talks to you. So let's talk about it. Here's the thing. It is never okay for your boss to talk to you in the way that makes you feel less than. I don't care if they're frustrated, under pressure, or having a bad day. None of that justifies them speaking to you with disrespect or cruelty. Okay? It's not acceptable and it's not something that you should tolerate. Now, I know it's not easy to stand up for yourself in a work environment, especially when your job might feel like it's on the line. But let me tell you this, your worth isn't tied to your job, and your self respect is far more valuable than any paycheck. You deserve to be treated with dignity and respect in any situation, especially at work, where you are giving your time and your energy. When someone in a position of power, like a boss, speaks to you in a way that makes you feel small, it can mess with your head. It can make you doubt your abilities, question your worth, and make you feel like that you don't have any control. That's exactly what toxic bosses do. They manipulate your emotions and use fear or intimidation to keep you in line. But I'm here to remind you that you are not powerless. I want you to really let that sink in. You are not powerless. You have a voice and you have a right to use it. If your boss is speaking to you in a way that is degrading or condescending or just plain disrespectful, you have the right to stand up for yourself. Okay? You can set boundaries and demand the respect that you deserve because at the end of the day, no one has the right to strip you away from your dignity. No one. Absolutely no one. Now, I know that standing up for yourself isn't easy, especially when you're in a position where you feel as if you need your job or you're afraid of what might happen if you push back. But let me ask you this. How long can you keep going, letting someone talk to you like that before it takes a toll on your mental health, your confidence, and your happiness? Okay? Every time your boss talks to you disrespectfully and you stay quiet, it chips away at your sense of self. You start to internalize that behavior and think maybe it's your fault. Maybe you're not doing enough. But that's a lie. And it's not your fault. If someone chooses to talk down to you, that's about them and their inability to lead, their lack of emotional intelligence, their failure to respect others. That's not about you. You have to understand that a real leader lifts people up. They don't tear them down. A real leader knows how to communicate respectfully, even in difficult situations. If your boss isn't doing that, then they're not being a good leader. They're taking advantage of their position, and it's not your job to tolerate that. So, what you can do first, you need to get clear on your boundaries. Ask yourself, what is acceptable to me and what isn't? What lines can't be crossed? Once you know that, you can start to assert those boundaries. The next time your boss speaks to you in a way that crosses those lines, call it out. You can do respectfully but firmly. Something as simple as, I don't appreciate being spoken to like that. I like to discuss this professionally, can shift the dynamic. It sends a message that you are not someone who will just sit back and take whatever is thrown at you. You have self-respect and you demand to be treated accordingly. Now, I get it. Sometimes you're worried about the fallout. What if standing up for yourself leads to more problems? What if your boss retaliates or things get worse? That's why it's important to document everything. Keep a record of every disrespectful conversation or encounter. If it gets to the point where you need to escalate the issue, having that documentation can protect you. Don't be afraid to go to HR if necessary. I know HR isn't always the most reliable option, but it's still a step you can take if things are getting out of hand. You deserve a workplace that's safe, respectful, and professional. And if that's not what you are experiencing, you have every right to seek help. Listen, I want you to know that you are stronger than you think. It's easy to feel stuck or powerless when you are dealing with a boss who talks down to you, but you are not trapped. You have options. You have a voice, and you have every right to demand the respect that you deserve. Okay? You are valuable. Your work is valuable, but your mental health and your self-worth are priceless. And no job is worth sacrificing those things. So if your boss is talking to you in a way that makes you feel small, it's time to stand up and say, that is not okay. You are worthy of respect no matter who you work for. And you deserve to be treated with dignity. Okay? Don't let anyone, especially someone in a position of power, make you feel like you are less than. You have the power to create boundaries, to stand up for yourself, and to demand better. And if your boss can't give you that, if your boss can't give you that respect, it might be time to reevaluate whether that's the right environment for you. And remember this, you are worthy, you are strong, and you deserve to be treated with respect always. So take a deep breath, gather your courage, and know that you have the right to stand up for yourself. You got this, okay? So again, my name is V Divine. If this content resonates with you, go ahead, hit like, share, and hit that notifications bell so that you can be notified every single time I upload a video. Have a good night.